Pastor Kristen.
And I'm Louisa.
And we're here with another Kids Story Time for all of you kiddos out there. So today we're concluding our 3-episode story of Moses. And I think that today's story has to be one of the coolest stories in all of Scripture. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're going to do some really cool science experiments.
So we've got an awesome story from the Bible, and we've got some awesome science experiments for you. So gather around your phones and your TVs and join us for this.
And your tablets.
And your tablets,
possibly.
for this edition of the show. So, Louisa, what is our story for today?
Our story is Moses parting of the Red Sea.
What does that mean, to part the Red Sea?
It's parting a water. That's what he's doing with like this stick thing. He holds it out like this.
Oh my gosh. So does Moses have any help?
Yes. God helps him. God's power is in the staff.
Wow. So why does God help them? Why are they trying to get across? What's going on?
Because they need to leave Egypt.
Oh, they need to leave Egypt. So they're trying to escape the Egyptians. And so God parts the Red Sea. You know, this makes me think, in our first story about Moses, right? Moses in the reeds and the basket was going through the water and God kept Moses safe, right?
Yeah.
And then in our second video about Moses,
there was plagues and kept the Israelites safe, and now he's helping them cross safely.
So God's really at work in this whole Moses story a lot. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So should we read our story for the kiddos at home?
Yeah.
All right, this is called Crossing the Red Sea. The Hebrews were terrified. They had traveled across the desert, but now their way was barred by the Red Sea. And Pharaoh had changed his mind and had sent an army after them. Why did you bring us all this way just to have us killed or dragged back into slavery? They cried to Moses. But Moses did not give up his faith in God. God will look after us, he said confidently, and he will crush our enemy. Then God told Moses to raise his staff and stretch out his hand over the sea to divide the water. Moses stood before the sea and raised his hand, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left. The Egyptians were hard on the heels of the Hebrews, and swiftly followed them into the sea along the path that God had made. But God struck them with confusion, so that the wheels of the chariots came off, and everywhere there was chaos. Then he closed the waters together, and the Egyptians were all swept under the sea. Of all that mighty army there were no survivors, not one single horse, not one single soldier. The people of Israel, safe on the far shore of the Red Sea, were filled with gratitude and relief, and sang and danced in their joy, for they knew that their God was both mighty and merciful, and they praised him greatly. Here's some pictures for you. You can see the seas parted here so they can walk through. And then here, the sea's about to close in on Pharaoh's army, on the Egyptian army, and it's going to drown the horses and those people so that they can't hurt the Israelites. I hope you enjoyed that story about Moses parting the Red Sea. And now for our activity today, we are going to do some science experiments. And so all these science experiments have to do with the amazing things you can do with water. In this story, Moses parted the water. He did an amazing thing with water through God's power. And so we're going to do some different experiments with water to see how amazing it can be. And Louisa, can you introduce our special guest?
This is my dad, Luke.
Hey, Luke, thanks for being with us today.
Hi there, boys and girls. So today we're going to do a science experiment that will teach us not only about the parting of the Red Sea, but it'll also teach us about staying safe from germs. That's important, isn't it?
Very right now. It's very important right now.
So right here we have some black
pepper and some hand soap and a bowl of water.
And this is an experiment you can do at home in your kitchen too. So Louisa, we're gonna put some black pepper into our bowl of water.
Okay.
And you know what we're gonna pretend that is?
Germs.
You're right. We're pretending those are germs. So stick your finger in our bowl of germs.
So this is not actually germs. You learned in that. Here's pepper.
And your fingers covered in,
Pepper.
which are, for our experiment, germs. And look at all those germs floating in there.
Gross.
Now, Louisa, I want you to put some of this hand soap on your finger.
The same finger.
Okay. Here, let me get the rest of your pepper on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right-handed.
All right.
Rub it in.
All right. Now
We need to rub it all over, though.
And now go ahead and stick it in the.
Oh my gosh! Do you see how that parted?
Isn't that crazy?
That parted like the Red Sea.
Now, right now, we're pretending the pepper are germs and water because the germs parted. Look how much the germs parted. They parted so much. So we're here for another experiment called Walking Water. I have these 3 food colorings, yellow, blue, and red. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these in all the cups with water. Let's start with yellow. And mix. Blue. That's a really dark blue. Red time. And now we're going to put these napkins into these. And it should pop, and it should just go together. Just go together.
So the color is gonna go
Yeah.
up into the paper, even beyond where the cup is, huh?
Yes,
Now
it
let's
is.
see this.
This is going to be really interesting. This might even be interesting for your parents.
Wow. Are any of them starting to move?
It looks like the yellow one
Yeah.
is starting and the blue one. The red one's also
See, you
starting.
can see it's going above where the water line is.
And they're probably
And the blue one,
getting
definitely,
started.
you can see it starting to.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think, Lou? Should we go and show them another experiment?
Yeah.
And then come back?
Yeah, we'll wait for these. You'll see the finish. It's going to be really cool.
All right, so let's see if that water keeps walking, huh?
Yep.
All right, so this experiment isn't technically using water, but it's using milk, so it's still a liquid. And really, it's just to make a really cool design on your plate. So we have a plate of whole milk right here, and we're just gonna put some little dots of food coloring throughout it.
The same one we used for the cup experiment.
Yep, so Louisa, do you wanna do some dots?
Yep.
Just do some dots.
Dot, 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 dot.
So notice we're not making designs or anything, we're just doing little dots.
Yeah, you don't need to do designs.
All right, so then, that's enough blue, honey. So then, here, so there's a lot of blue. Let's do some other colors. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some laundry detergent.
What, can I pour some?
Well, here, let me do it because we gotta pour it right in the middle. So we're gonna pour the laundry detergent right in the middle and let's see what happens.
Wonder what. Whoa!
That kind of
Whoa.
parted like the Red Sea too, didn't it?
Whoa!
Should I try putting a little more in?
Whoa!
Look at that! How cool is that?
Whoa.
Look at the designs coming out.
Hi, and so we let these sit overnight. We let it pink sit overnight. That was gonna be red. We turned it into light blue, blue, green. So look how the walking water walked from cup to cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 cups. Bye everyone. Now remember, Jesus loves you and we do too. Thanks for watching this video.